Hey everybody, I am Jacqueline Duran. I'm a star director out of Lee Summit, Missouri, and I am going to talk to you guys today all about Pinterest. We're going to explore the what, the why, the how, and of course I am going to even deep dive in and I'm going to actually show you Pinterest. I'm going to open up my Pinterest to all of you because I want to help you to be just as powerful in all of your social media as you choose to be. Let's start out with the what's. What is Pinterest? So for those of you who may or may not be familiar with Pinterest, I want to kind of start at the beginning, okay? I really want to break this down because if you are somebody who has never even looked at Pinterest, or maybe you have and you've done a little bit of scrolling, maybe you've pinned a few things, but you're like, I just don't understand how this all comes together. That is what we're really going to drill into today. And for those of you who have been using Pinterest, hopefully you will also get some really great golden nuggets out of what I'm going to share with you. I'm gonna throw a couple of facts out at you because for those of you who don't really understand how important Pinterest can be to your business, I really want you to have some facts on this. So in April of 2021, right, this year, right, April 2021, Pinterest reported 478 million monthly active users on their platform. 478 million monthly active users. That is more, friends, than Twitter and Snapchat combined, okay? What this means is that there are, at least in April anyway, there was at least 478 million people actively using Pinterest, right? Not just creating an account and never doing anything with it. When they say a monthly active user, that's somebody who at least is logging onto the platform, pinning pins, saving, sending, whatever it is that they're doing with them, right? Creating them probably. But that is just how many eyes are looking at Pinterest. So if you are somebody looking to grow your business, maybe outside of your friends and family, your local neighborhood, right? Everybody that you've been selling to, maybe you want to make that leap into social media. You want to start branching out. You want to meet new customers. Well, you guys, Pinterest is truly one of the best ways to do that, simply because there are so many people out there looking. Now, another stat that I'm going to throw out at you is that 89% of the users on Pinterest, 89%, right? That's a lot. 89% of the people using Pinterest are there looking for inspiration for products or things that they want to buy. Did you know that? And you guys, I don't know if you've realized it or not, but in Scentsy, we have an amazing product line. So if we want to capture people who are looking somewhere for things to buy or inspiration for their home decor or how to make things easier in their life, hello, we've got lots of products to be able to offer them, right? We need to be getting in front of these users. Now let's drill into the how. How are we going to effectively use Pinterest in our business? How are we going to do that, Jackie? Well, here's the thing. Not only can you, I wanted to say cruise, but it really is true, right? You can cruise through Pinterest, right? There's so many different ideas and so many different pins that you can look at. At the end of the day, what you really need to know about how to effectively use Pinterest is, for one, you want to be using graphics or images to be able to capture attention, right? So just like we would be doing on our Facebook, on our Instagram, those are probably more of the platforms that you might be more comfortable with. Just like we're gonna do over there, when you're on Pinterest, the things that you want people to be looking for is something that's gonna grab their attention, right? Is it to make them stop their scroll? You guys have seen that on social media, I know, right? Slow your scroll. We want them to slow their scroll when they come across your pins. So what is a pen? A pen is your graphic image, right? It's a picture. And as many of you already are using that user-generated content, UGC, remember? That user-generated content, what that is that it's just us taking pictures of the Scentsy that we already are using in our everyday lives, right? We all know by now the power of being able to share how we are styling our homes, how we are making them smell better, how much we now enjoy laundry, if that's even possible, simply because we have an amazing laundry line that at least it smells good when we have to sit and fold it all, right? So we want to inspire everybody who is looking on Pinterest, who maybe just needs some Scentsy in their life. I don't know about you, but I think everybody needs a little bit of Scentsy in their life. Those pens that they are penning, they are saving them to their boards. Now, a lot of people will get very in depth. I'm gonna walk you through my Pinterest. You'll get to see what boards look like. But basically, it's really just organizing your ideas, right? So a lot of people might have a food board, and maybe they've got one over here that is home decor, and maybe they've got one that's fashion, maybe beauty, right? All of these different things. So if somebody is out there looking for new home decor, they're going to be putting in search parameters and keywords as well. We want them to come across our pens that we're going to be putting up. Like I said, a pen is just that picture. It's just an image, or a graphic, which is, right, a picture with words on it, right? Like, we get how social media works now. We've been through 2020, been there, done that, got the t-shirt to prove it. And what we want to do is we want to take everything that we're doing on the other platforms and put it into Pinterest. One of the most amazing pieces of Pinterest is being able to not only just upload a picture, but what you are able to do once you upload that picture or pen. When you upload a pen, you are actually able to then connect a URL or a website link to that pen. Which means when somebody slows their scroll because they see that picture of that beautiful warmer in your living room and they're like, oh my gosh, that thing is beautiful, because it is, but they're going to slow down and they're going to tap it, click it, whatever you'd like to say, right? And when they do that, if you have attached a website to that pen, that is going to take that user to wherever it is that you've now directed them. Now, again, I'm going to walk you through this in just a second, but some of my favorite things to do to be able to track how my pens are being viewed and used and what's being seen, it's to be able to go in there and actually track and trend to see what pens are performing well, what is actually working, and here is one of those golden nuggets. We're going to actually get their information. Was that a golden nugget for you? Oh my gosh. Okay, so it was for me when I initially started using this in my Pinterest business strategy, okay? It completely opened up a whole new world when it came to Pinterest. I will tell you as well, one of the most popular searches on Pinterest, according to Pinterest themselves, are holiday pins. That's right. A lot of us, myself included, when it comes around for the holidays, I want to be inspired. I want to see what's trending this year in different decor for the holiday, right? I'm one of those people who loves to decorate for the holidays. So I'm always looking to mix it up, try something new, take on a new design look, right? In Scentsy, we also kind of go with the holidays and the seasons, right? So why not make sure that all of those, 478 million monthly active users might be seeing some of our holiday pens? Because remember, 89% of those people are on Pinterest to look for things to buy or purchase. Yep, they are. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna dive in to my personal Pinterest. I'm opening it up to all of you because I want you guys to be able to have some really great knowledge to go forward after you watch this video. All right, so we've jumped into my computer here. We are on my desktop, and this is the desktop version of Pinterest. So of course it's just pinterest.com. I have a business account, so if mine looks a little bit different than yours, that's simply probably because I have a business account versus a personal account. Now, the difference there, just like if you're on Instagram and on Facebook, when you're utilizing the business page version, right? Those are going to give you more of the analytics and the data. And so that's why, as somebody who is marketing and using this platform for my business, then I want to be able to see the stats and the analytics from the things that I'm posting, because that helps me know what is performing, what is not performing, and the things that are performing, I want to be able to do more of that, right? I want to recreate that and duplicate that. So here on my Pinterest, this is just my overview. You can see that I do have 87.8 thousand monthly views on my Pinterest. So that tells me right then and there, 87,000 eyeballs on my Pinterest every single month. That's a good thing. I want to get in front of these people, right? I want these customers, and I want to be able to give them things that are going to be of value and that are going to show them why they need Scentsy in their lives. So it's just defaulting here to my created page. So these are pens that I have uploaded to Pinterest. And because I am on the business side, of course, I can see all the analytics underneath. So you'll see this is impressions. This is how many clicks were on that pen. So again, I'm going to walk you through how we get that, but this will show exactly how many people are doing that. And the actual pin symbol over here shows how many people pinned it to one of their boards. So that's what those numbers show there. And you can see that some of my pens perform better than others, right? So I'm over here in over 1,000 on those. This one here got over 4,000 and it had a lot of clicks on it, right? So this is a pen that I definitely want to recreate, right? I need to do more of these pens. So that's really what we're looking for when we are tracking to see what is working for us. So I'm going to hop on over here to the saved. These are my boards. Remember how we talked about earlier about how basically you can organize your pens? This is just simply how I've done mine. I do get a little detailed. I love Pinterest. Again, I've told you guys, I've been on Pinterest for quite a while, so I've got a lot of pins. That in and of itself is not really something that you need to focus on when you're using this for business, but this is going to allow you to, again, just be able to build those relationships with your customers, with your future team members, right? Because just like on all of our other social media, we want to kind of be doing that 70-30 rule, right? So 70% of the time talking about our business, maybe 30% of the time talking about us or the things that we like, right? And this is kind of encompassing all of that. So that is what these are my boards. And we're going to now, I'm going to show you exactly how we upload a pen, how we're going to create a pen. Are you ready? All right, so we are on the desktop version, but you're going to look for this plus sign. So if you're on your phone, which is where I do the majority of mine, I'm going to be honest, it's usually right in the middle of your screen at the bottom. But this little plus sign will allow you to create. So you can create a pen, you can create an idea pen, or you can create a board. Now remember, your board is just how you organize all of the pens, right? The idea pen, when that comes to Pinterest, this is like the stories feature. So this is more or less of either a carousel where you can like swipe between multiple pictures in one pin, or it's actually a video pin. So that's just a newer feature with Pinterest. And if you don't have that yet, then you will be getting that soon. Today, we're just going to create a pen. Now on the desktop, you can drag and upload directly here. I'm just going to pull one that I used earlier today. I took this picture earlier today. And this is my
my favorite oils, really. This is what that exactly is. So I'm just going to give it a title, and it's just going to be Scentsy Oil Blends. And then below we can tell everybody what our pen is about. I'm going to put, these are my favorite Scentsy oil blends. Oop. Help if I typed a little better. Now we're going to add that destination link. Remember how we talked about how the difference with Pinterest, it's not just a picture, right? When the pin is on Pinterest, they can click it. That's how I was getting those actual click-throughs. That's what we want. Remember, we want to be able to drive them to somewhere. Now, for a lot of my pins, if I'm just doing marketing, if I'm looking for strictly sales, if that's my mindset, maybe I just want to focus on selling more Scentsy oils, right? Then maybe I would put my actual PWS here. I would put that in as my destination link. Maybe this is a picture and I want to start gaining more followers on my Instagram. I could put my Instagram link right here. Perhaps this is really dedicated more to people I want to be my VIP customers. I could put a destination link here directly to my VIP page on Facebook. In this case, one of the golden nuggets that I'm sharing with you guys today is how we're going to be able to actually follow up with the customers that are finding us on Pinterest. And one of those ways is to actually utilize, in Amy, you have the option of a contact form. So hopefully you guys have used Amy. If it's not your follow-up system, that's okay. But I do encourage you guys to really explore it and see if it's going to work for you. So you could drive this, if you don't have Amy, maybe to a Jot form or a Google form, if that's what you use to collect information. But I'm going to actually use from my Amy, I have a contact form. So if you didn't know that existed, it does. And I'm just going to paste that link in. You also have the option to publish now, or of course, publish at a later date. So if you're somebody who, and this is something that I like to do on days when I've got some more time, is I will sit and I will actually schedule out a lot of pins. So just like I would if I was on Facebook, or if you use Visly or ScentShare to publish your content and really schedule it out, you can do the same thing here on Pinterest. So that really is a time saver if you're looking to be able to build your market, but at the same time, you don't want to have to sit here and pin every single day. You can sit down when you do have time, create pins and schedule them out. You'll see over here, there is also that option to create a carousel. Again, if you're not familiar with a carousel, it's just multiple pictures that, again, the user can swipe through. All right, so we've got our destination link. Where I'm taking them is directly to my contact form through Amy. So what this does and why I love it so much is this is just allowing me to capture information for me to then follow up with that person. So if somebody clicks through, and hopefully it is that dream customer, or maybe it's that dream team member, they will fill out this form with their information and telling me what maybe they want to connect with me about, right? And then when they're all done, they'll be able to click that Let's Connect button. What that will do is then, of course, pop up into my Amy as a to-do, and it will show me that it came from a contact form. And that will tell me how I'm able to, or that it's a brand new contact, that somebody filled out my form, but it will tell me that I can then go and reach out. So I can actually follow up and take action. That's what we want. So now that I've got all of that in there, I'm going to click publish. There it is. Okay. So you created a pin. It tells you right here, right? 400 million people come to Pinterest every month to find new things to buy, make, and do. So just again, like on all of our other platforms, if we want to promote this, we could do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what our pen looks like. There it is. This is what it's going to look like for our customers or our users on Pinterest. This is what they're going to see. So And I see I actually saved it to my food board, but that's okay. I can go back. Now I'm going to save it to, this is where I save all of my Scentsy stuff. I'm just going to save it to that board. So that is how we create a pen. That is how we drive it to where we want it to go. Let's go ahead and go through that one more time, and let's use a different destination. Okay. So let's go ahead. And I'm going to come down here. I'm going to click on the plus sign. I'm going to create a pen. I am on the right board this time. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I'm doing that first. See, you learn from your own mistakes, right? Okay, I'm going to click over or drag over another image. This is one from yesterday. I like doing these once a week. So that's just a fun thing for me. This comes directly from my Instagram. And so I'm going to put my weekly Scentsy wax change. Now, here's the thing when you're putting in a title for pens, okay? You're going to actually be putting in keywords in that title, because every word that you see there in my weekly Scentsy wax change, each of those words is actually going to be something that is searchable. So if somebody is on Pinterest and they search Scentsy or Scentsy wax or wax change, right? Those are the things that are going to, my pen is going to be one of the things that pops up for them if they are doing a search on Pinterest. So here are my weekly wax picks. Right, again, I'm going to add a destination. So this time, let's go ahead and let's direct them to my Instagram, right? I want them to begin following me so they can see these every single week. So now I've put that to a different destination. That's how I want this one specifically to perform, right? So I've got that in there. Again, I could schedule this out. I'm going to double check again. Yes, I do have the right board. Now I'm going to publish my pen. It's going to create it. It's saving it to my Scentsy board. And it's thinking about it. There it goes. All right. So now we've got our pen up there. Again, I could go and I could look at it and directly see what it looks like once it's up. That's great, right? All right. So that, my friends, is Pinterest. I am going to show you very quickly about my analytics. Oh, one other thing I'm going to show you is to create a business account. You can do this from your phone, but if you just go down to settings and account settings, if you scroll all the way down, you'll see I have a business account, so I could convert this back to a personal. But down here, if you already have a personal, it will say convert to a business account. So that's how you actually do that. So settings and account settings. All right, that's how you're going to get there. Let's go ahead and click over to my analytics very briefly. I just want to show you this really quick, just so you guys can see what is happening. All right, so remember, it told me on my front page, but here it is again, right? So 89,000 impressions. This is for the last 30 days. So I can see that. Again, you can change your dates out. You can see what is looking and what people are looking at. But this will tell me here what my top pins are. Okay, now I could put this out to just see the last 30 days, but this is showing me that, look at my number one pen. It is my it's a pen, again, that I used from Instagram. You can see I created it in 2019. That's when that warmer came out. That's how excited I was. I think that was probably the first day I unboxed it, but pulled it out, took a picture, and again, I share it on all my social media, right? So there's my pen. You can see that people found it organically, meaning that they were actually searching for Scentsy, and maybe they were searching for Jack Skellington. It shows that this is a video. Now, this is a very short video because I remember it's from Instagram, so it's probably a boomerang, I think. But you'll see the total number of impressions. Over 14,000 people slowed their scroll to see this pen. So this tells me, now this is over time, right? This is everything. Let me go to the last 30 days. And let's see what that looks like. So these are the pens that I've created in the last 30 days. So in the last month, these are the ones, and it of course puts the one right on top that's performing the best. As you can see, people love to see those weekly wax picks. People want to know what you're doing in your home, okay? They want to know these things. So that gave me close to 3,000. Now again, that's just a regular pen. So that's a picture, meaning standard. Idea means it's like that idea pen or a story pen, if you want to think of it in that way. This one is a video, probably an Instagram reel, I'm assuming, right? So again, you can see all of this. And if I wanted to, I could promote these just like I do on my other social media platforms.
Wow. Did you guys get how much we are able to actually get out of Pinterest? Oh my goodness. I hope that this is inspiring to you guys, because I'm going to now leave you with answering the question of why you should be using Pinterest. If you haven't already figured it out, one of those most amazing ways is, of course, to be able to drive traffic to where we want them to go, right? I'm going to give you guys some homework here. And I know, nobody loves the homework, but here it is. This is actually going to be fun homework. So I'm going to encourage you guys to start creating pens. I want you to start creating pens. And I want you to then keep a tally, keep a checklist, whatever it is in your notebook, your planner, however it is that you write things down for your business. I want you to start keeping track of not only the things that you're uploading to Pinterest, but also the places where you are directing them. Being able to drive them to our contact form is just one of the best ways that not only can we collect their information to be able to follow up with them and include them now in our circle, right? But B, it's also going to give us a way to track to see what is working and what isn't working. Because just like with anything else in our business, we need to, as business owners, right, we need to be taking a step back every so often and looking to see what is working, what is not working. I'm a visual person, so I actually will write it down in my planner when I do this, right? And so in my planner, I will put what worked this month, what didn't work this month. What worked during this catalog season, what didn't work during this catalog season. So that way I can pivot, I can adjust my business as needed. If I find that I'm getting more customers through Instagram rather than Facebook, well, then that tells me I need to spend more time where my people are, right? The same thing with Pinterest. If you start to notice that you are getting more and more contact forms filled out that have come from Pinterest, well then hello, you know that for one, you're doing something right, and for two, that your marketing is working, and that is a magical moment, friends. So I am going to ask you guys to create those pins, to select places that you want to drive those users to be able to find you. And I want you to also then look at the pins that you see on Pinterest and look at the ones that you find appealing or inspirational. And then think about, what is it that really is making this pen jump out at me? Is it the colors that they're using, the graphics? Is it the words? Maybe they put words and text over their picture that really just stood out to you. Or maybe it was that beautiful picture of the home decor, right? Then once you kind of figure out what is catching your eye, that's going to give you the ability to then recreate that in the world of Scentsy. And for a lot of us, that's probably going to look like maybe taking more pictures. That user-generated content is what we want to start producing, because just like all of our other social media, you guys, everybody wants to see what it looks like in our homes. Yes, it's great to look at the catalogs. Yes, it's great to see a flyer. Yes, it's great to see all of these things from the workstation. But when you actually see it in someone's home and how they've styled it, or how they're using it, or how they've incorporated it into their everyday lives, that's when you want it, right? These golden nuggets within Pinterest are what I absolutely love to talk about. Remember, take away what you will from this, but one of the main things that I really want you to focus on is how to start utilizing Pinterest, because whether or not you are familiar with it, the odds and the numbers just do not lie, right? Those 478 million monthly active users are there, and they're waiting for inspiration from you, and 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 for you, from all of us, right? So let's get to pinning, and I will see you guys later. Have a great rest of your Scentsy family reunion.